Hello. So we are going to start about bio, bioinformatics systems. We'll look how these bioinformatics systems are there. So first we'll see what are informatics systems. So for these informatics system basically means digital codes or digital languages are there. But bioinformatics system is basically study of biological systems information with the help of digital codes that could study the property of those biological systems. Then the computer scientist, mathematician, or data scientist, etc., could do the tool development or software development, algorithm development that could store and analyze some kind of data. But if that data could be of biologist data, that is collection of molecular data of DNA and protein sequence or gene expression, etc. So this kind of data plus those algorithms together studying all these things would actually belongs to the bioinformatics, and that kind of study of biology of such questions with the help of analyzing molecular data with the help of algorithm codes is actually bioinformatics. Next, bioinformatics. So it's became nowadays computer is essential part of a biomolecular studies that could actually give us protein sequence, amino acid sequence, protein domain analysis, then protein structure analysis. Then studies of these sequences of genetic material could actually be frequently been done with the help of bioinformatics, and it is very difficult to do it manually, but, but it becomes easier if we do this sequence of genetic analysis with the help of computers. For example, this ATGC sequence was being given. Then DNA sequences is still a non-trivial problem, means it's still hard to solve with the raw data because there's large amount of raw data available for the DNA sequencing analysis. And in the most of the cases that DNA sequencing data has noise and there is some weak signals available on them, then there is large scope and there are large number of algorithm that is still exist for analyzing and doing experimentation on those type of DNA sequencing. Then next, biomolecular interaction of biomolecular networks. In the BME, biomedical engineering, there are tens of thousands of three-dimensional proteins could be possible. And those structure could be studied with the help of X-ray crystallography and some protein nuclear magnetic resonance, that is NMR spectroscopy. So NMR spectroscopy and X-ray crystallography could help you to do analysis of tens of thousands of dimensions of proteins. Then when you generated those results of that NMR and X-ray, you keep and store it on the hardware, that is computer, and in that computer you can do analysis about those X-ray results and NMR result. How you can do? You can do with the help of bioinformatics. How you can do protein interaction for identifying some of the intermediate predictions and catalog physical interaction between the pair of groups of proteins. So all such study you can do with the help of bioinformatics things. This was an example that there's biomolecular things are there, and then with the X-ray or NMR you can generate some graphs and network, and then you can study those networks with the computer algorithms. Then network analysis. So the study of relationship between biological networks like metabolical networks are there, protein interaction networks are there. So relationship between those biological network is one of the way. Then the biological network could be constructed from the single type of molecules or entities such as genes. Then many different data types such as protein and small molecules gene expression could also be possible. So this type of a study of different data types and protein interaction and molecular interaction could actually create a biological network. Then what are the three kind of studies that you can do? That is abbreviation recognition. That is, it has identifying long form of abbreviation of those biological terms. Then you can have named entity recognition. That is recognizing some of the biological terms such as gene names. Then you can do the protein-protein interaction by identifying the protein interaction with other proteins from some text. So these are the examples of doing network analysis. Next is systems biology. So this is specifically related to some of the biological part. So in the systems biology, it actually involves some of the computational simulation that belongs to the cellular subsystems for doing the metabolical or enzymes analysis. Then you have single transduction pathway of such gene regulatory network that could actually help you to analyze and visualize those complex cellular processing, and then artificial life or virtual evolution of those understanding and evolutionary process via some computer simulation could also be possible for the artificial life form. Next, biointeractions. So there are these kind of popular biointeractions possible that are protein-protein interaction, DNA protein interaction, gene network analysis, biomolecular interaction, molecular interaction, then protein and biochemical interaction. So this was the complex network of protein as a node, and link could be represented with the physical interactions of bindings. So this is the visualization of amino acid to the graph, that there are various amino acids that could be represented with the help of some graphs. In the second example, human hemoglobin, which is very complex in visualization, could be written in the textual format like this in the form of ATGC. And next, this bioinformatic databases are available. There are various bioinformatic databases available like Kyoto Encyclopedia of Gene and Genomes. So it being provided by Kyoto University, Path DB provided by the National Center of Genomic Resources, SPAD Signal Pathway Database provided by the Kyushu University, then Cytokin Signal Pathway Database provided by the Kumamoto University, then EcoCycle Metacycle data available by the Stanford Research Institute, then Bind Biomolecular Interaction Network database provided by the University of Toronto. So these are the various bioinformatics database which was being provided by different universities or different research organization. You can also make your own data with the help of some electromagnetic machines like X-ray or NMR spectroscopy. In next, we'll study social systems. So in systems engineering, social systems is also an important part that we'll study next.